Welcome back, guys. This is April 19th, 2022, week 4, day 2. Today, we're going to continue practicing the topic that we saw yesterday, which it was solving systems using elimination, okay? So I have here 2 different exercises, and we are going to solve them, okay? So you need to help me out. And if we have time, then we're going to have another exercise, okay, that we are going to be solving. In our next class, we are going to have our classwork, okay? And remember, tomorrow, Wednesday, is report card days, okay? Parent-teacher conferences. So let's begin. We've got 7x plus 15y equals to 32, and x minus 3y equals to 20. Remember, we have to have the variables on the same side in both equations, meaning that if you have the x on the right side and the y on the left side in the equation 1, you should have it the same way on the equation 2, or it is better to have both variables on the same side in both equations. That is what we have over here. Also, remember, we need to eliminate one of the variables. In order for us to eliminate them, we need to have the same coefficient, but different signs. One has to be positive, the other one has to be negative, and they have to have the same different signs, okay? Then same coefficient. In this case, we are going to choose one equation or one variable that we're going to eliminate, and then we choose one equation or maybe sometimes both that we need to multiply by a number so we can eliminate that variable that we chose. So we got 7x and x. Both are positive. One is 7, one has an invisible 1. We got 15y positive and negative 3y. So what variable is easier for us to eliminate? What variable do you want us to eliminate, or which one do you think it is easier to eliminate? After you choose, I will give you a little tip.
Y, because one is positive and the other is negative.
Very good, Daniel. So we usually pick the one that has already different signs. Okay, that's the one that we pick. So we're going to eliminate the variable y. So we need them to have exactly the same coefficient. One has a 15 and the other one has a 3. Which equation should I multiply by what number? Or should I multiply both equations by some numbers, by 2 different numbers to make it the same coefficient? We need to find the LCM. Whenever it is hard for us to realize easily what the LCM is, or the least common multiple, then we're going to use prime factorization. I'm going to use prime factorization in this one, even though this is easy. So I have the 15 and the 3. And I'm going to use prime factorization to factorize and find the LCM. So what is the smallest prime number that can divide either of those 2 numbers?
3.
3, okay. 3 divided by 3?
1.
1. Can we simplify 15 by 3? How much is 15 divided by 3 then?
5.
5. Josue gave me the answer, so yes, Josue, very good. What is the next prime number, or can we continue to divide by 3? What would be the next number that I need to use to divide so I can make both numbers a 1? 5. Okay, this is already 1. And 5 divided by 5, that will be 1. And I finished. So what I need to do now is to multiply this side. It gives me 3 times 5, 15. These 2 numbers have to be 15. They have to be 15. So in order for us to make it 15, as you can see, this is already 15. So I just need to multiply this one by how much?
5.
By 5. Very good. So I'm going to multiply this by 5. Since I didn't do nothing to the first one, I'm copying it. So 7x. Sorry, give me a second. The mouse is malfunctioning. So 7x plus 15y equals to 32. And I'm going to multiply the second one. X times 5.
Positive 5x.
Positive 5x. Negative 3y times 5.
Negative 15y.
Negative 15y. And 20 times 5.
100.
100. Very good. We cross it over the little line, and 5y minus 5y, they get canceled. So 7x plus 5x.
Positive 2x.
Positive?
No, positive 12x.
Positive 12x equals to 32 plus 100.
132.
132, and I have one-step equation. This 12 goes to the other side, dividing, because that's the inverse operation. So I have that x is equal to 132 over 12. How much is that?
11.
11. So now that I found the value of x, I'm going to substitute it inside any of the two equations that I have. So in what equation should we substitute it? The number 1 or number 2? It doesn't matter. We're going to get the same answer. And the first one, okay. I would have chosen the second one though, but you want the first one. So 7 times 11, because x is 11, plus 15y is equal to 32. 7 times 11, how much is that? Mr. Fernando?
77.
77 is equal, plus, 15y is equal to 32. So I need to leave the variable and its coefficient alone. So this 77 goes to the other side.
Subtracting.
Okay, so we got 15y is equal to 32 minus 77. How much is 32 minus 77?
45.
No, how much is 32
Negative
minus
45.
the signs. Negative 45. 15 goes to the other side with an inverse operation, which is division. Therefore, I'm going to have y is equal to negative 45 over 15. So y is going to be equal to how much?
Negative 3.
Negative 3. So how many solutions do I have?
One solution.
And what is the solution?
11 comma negative 3.
11 comma negative 3. And that's it. That's all that you have to do in this exercise. Questions? No? Easy peasy breezy lemon squeezy, right? Yeah, let's do number 2. Again, let's compare, okay? Let's compare and let's see what variable we're going to cancel out. We got negative 2x and positive 3x. We got positive 5y and negative 7y. Both of them have a negative and a positive. So which one would you cancel out?
The x.
And why? That's the one that I would have chosen, but why?
6, well, 2 can give 6 and 3 can give 6 also.
Very good, because the LCM is a smaller number. It is 6, just like Daniel is saying. So since both of them have to become a 6, it means that I'm going to multiply both equations. By what number should I multiply the first one, and by what number should I multiply the second one?
The first one by 3, and the second one by 2.
Very good. The first one by 3, and the second one by 2. Why? Because in that case, I will be having 6 in both terms, one negative and one positive. So I'm going to have negative 2x times 3,
Negative 6x.
negative 6x. Positive 5y times 3,
15y.
positive 15y equals to 20 times 3,
60.
60. Now the second one, 3x times 2,
Positive 6x.
positive 6x. Negative 7y times 2,
Negative 14y.
negative 14y equals to negative 26 times 2,
Negative 50.
Negative 52.
negative 52. I cross it over and I got same numbers, different signs, so I canceled that out. 15y minus 14y,
Positive y.
positive y is equal to 60 minus 52,
8. Positive 8.
8. And I didn't need to solve anything because it gave me already y equals to something. I'm going to substitute that value in one equation. Which equation? It doesn't matter, the equation that you want. So in what equation are we going to substitute that 8?
The first.
Which one? The first one? Okay. So negative 2x. Sorry about that. Negative 2x plus 5. And instead of y, 8, positive 8, is equal to 20. So negative 2x. How much is 5 times 8?
40.
So plus 40 is equal to 20. I need to leave the variable x with its coefficient positive and alone on one side. So I want to change this one to this side positive so I can have it positive already. And the 20 goes to the other side negative. You can do that or you can just pass the 40 to the other side. Doesn't matter. So we got 40 minus 20 is equal to positive 2x. 40 minus 20,
20.
20 is equal to 2x. 2 is multiplying, so how does it go to the other side?
Dividing.
Dividing. So I get 20 over 2 is equal to x. How much is that?
10 equal to next.
So 10 is equal to x. What is the how many solutions do I have?
One solution.
And what is the solution?
10,8.
Why is it 10, 8 and not 8, 10 if we found first the 8?
Because the x always goes first. And
Correct,
y
because the x
second.
goes first alphabetically. In the alphabet, the x will always be first and then the y. And besides, our order pair is x, y, not y, x. So, do you have any question about the topic, guys? No? Easy peasy breezy lemon squeezy, right? Couldn't be any easier. Okay, let's do one more exercise. Okay, going to move this a little bit high. And we're going to solve another exercise, okay? So we're going to have 4x plus 9y is equal to 24. And we got y is equal to negative 1/3 x plus 2. I'm going to pass over here the fraction mark. Yes. There. So that's my system. 4x plus 9y equals to 24, and y equals to negative 1/3 x plus 2. What has to be here? My first step.
To group all the variables in one side.
To pass all the variables in one side in equation 2, right? Because the first one has both variables on the same side. So I'm going to pass this negative 1/3 to this side, positive. And I'm going to write first the variable x. Okay, so I'm going to say 4x. Okay, whenever this one's to right. So 4x plus 9y, because I'm doing nothing to the first one, equals to 24. And then I got this one that becomes positive, so it is 1/3 x plus the y that's already there equals 2. And now we're going to pick a variable. We're going to cancel out, okay? So what variable are we going to cancel out in here? They're both positives, the x, and they're both positives, the y's. So which one should I cancel out?
The y.
The y. Okay, very good. So we're going to cancel the y. So by what number should I multiply what variable? Mhm. But
Also by 9.
By 9. Which one should I multiply by 9? The first one or the second one?
The
Second
second
one.
one.
Okay, I multiplied by 9. Are you sure?
-9.
By -9 because I needed to have different signs. Very good. So I'm going to copy the first one just as it is. I'm going to copy it down here. Okay. And now I'm going to multiply 1/3 times -9. How much is that?
-9/3.
-9/3. Very good. But I need to simplify that. How much is -9/3?
-3.
-3.
-3. Okay, so -3 x. Y times -9.
-9y.
-9y equals 2. 2 times -9.
-18.
-18. Very good. Now I cross a line over. And now I have this 2. So I cancel them out. And how much is 4x minus 3x?
X.
So x is equal to, how much is 24 minus 8? Minus 18, sorry.
+6.
+6. So x is equal to 6. And now I need to substitute this one in one of the equations. In which equation would you substitute it?
In the first one.
Daniel would do it in the
Pero
first one.
póngale en la second
Do it on
one
the
because
second one because
it's
the y
harder.
is already alone. So that's not harder. It's really easy. So the y is already alone. So we substitute it in there. And I got -1/3. And instead of x, the 6 that I just found, plus 2. So how much is -1/3 times 6?
-6/3.
-6/3. And if you simplify that, how much is -6/3?
It would be equal to 2.
How much?
So
2.
-2 plus 2. And how much is -2 plus 2?
0.
0. So how many solutions do I have?
One solution.
one solution.
What is my solution?
6,0.
6, 0. And if this was being graphed, that would be what type of point? What type of point would that be?
How, Miss? A positive slope or
No. Where would it be graphed?
in the x-axis?
in the x-axis. So this is the y-intercept, okay? This will be a point on top of the y-axis. It will be a y-intercept, okay? So very good. This is the topic. Do you have any question about what we saw today, about what we practiced today? No? We good? Yes, someone is asking in here, should we write first the x because we are following the standard form, or we place it in alphabetical order? The question is yes for both, okay? Alphabetically is a standard form, okay? So writing first the variable x and then the variable y is writing it in alphabetical order, and it is also writing it in standard form. So it is yes to both questions. We write first the x because we need it in alphabetical order, so it can be in standard form, okay? So basically, this is it. And next class, like I told you, we're going to have our classwork.